canopy's coming down, and I'm locked. Bring yours down carefully and pull those 2 paddles forward. Wonderful. Okay, you ready to go? I'm ready to go.
Let's do this.
Check 1, 2, 3.
Loud and clear. Do you got us, Ron?
I'm clear.
You weren't kidding about bacon in here.
I'm sorry, that's just a
No. I mean,
business.
it's fine. I'm a lifeguard, so I know all about bacon in the sun, but still.
Eagleville Puckett Glider 121 Foxtrot Lima, ready for aerotow to 3,000 feet, runway 32, Eagleville Puckett.
3,000, here we go.
Okay, the wings up. And we're gonna wag the rudder, that's our signal that we're ready to go. He's ready to go. I got the full stick back.
Okay.
Before he does, because we've got a lot longer wings.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're waiting low though until he gets off the ground.
Because if we go above him, it's not going to be good.
Well, we can pull his prop into the ground. Of course, he'll punch us off before we let that happen, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking for 200 feet AGL.
Okay.
That's our minimum altitude for a 180 back in case we had a rope break. Not likely, but possible. So there's 100 feet.
And this, where's, oh, there it is.
There's a couple hundred feet, so we can make a 180 back. We probably turn to the left. We're not going to do that today. So we do everything on visual references here. So outside, what we're looking for is putting his prop right on the horizon line and matching his bank angle with our wings. Okay?
You basically want the line to be as straight as possible,
yeah,
right?
Essentially, we're flying formation on him, okay?
Got it.
So for new glider pilots, this is really kind of the trickiest part, is flying what they call aerotow.
You have to sort of predict how he's moving.
Yes.
Now, how sensitive is this? Like, how much does it require to
it's
actually...
It's fairly sensitive. I mean, it's like anything, you get good at it, but it's, if you can want to follow me along on the stick there, you can feel that I'm just making some small corrections on that.
So it's sort of like driving a car and trying to stay in the middle of the road.
It is, and like a car, it wants to go straight, okay?
Okay.
So it's stable, it's aerodynamically stable. It's not like if you let go of the stick, the thing's going to turn upside down and crash into the ground, right?
Yeah.
So it wants to go nose forward. There you go, that'll give you a little bit of cool. And you can adjust that little bend on the right as well somewhat.
Yep.
So we just went to 1,000 feet AGL above ground level.
And how can you tell? Like, I'm seeing 2.
We took off at 780 feet above sea level.
Okay.
So when you look at the altimeter, it's going through about 22, right? So
yeah.
2,200 feet. But you have to subtract 780 feet from that to know how high we are above the ground, AGL.
So we're like 1,500, 600?
Yes, that's right. Okay, now if you look at our 9 o'clock position right off our left wingtip, there's our airfield out there. You see the big hangar right on the road?
I see it.
Easy to find.
Yep.
So you imagine that we're sitting on a giant clock, and so Ron is, our tow ship's at 12 o'clock level.
Yep.
Our airfield was just going by us now, it's at like 10 o'clock low.
Yep.
And so this is how, when pilots talk to each other, they know what they're saying. Okay, now we just went through 2,000 feet AGL above ground level.
Hey, how high can these things go? Like, I know that you can only go so high before oxygen gets dangerously low, but how high can you go in this?
Yeah, so believe it or not, gliders are equipped with oxygen.
Really?
In flying mountain wave, I've actually flown a glider above 18,000 feet in a mountain wave before out in California. So we had oxygen above 10, and they open what they call a wave window because you're flying in an area where normally there's only airliners and military jets. But they open a little window in what they call Class A airspace, and they actually let us fly the wave up there. So imagine the air flowing over a mountain range like like a log in a river, it creates ripples downstream. That same thing happens in the air.
So you can get some serious glide time then.
Oh, you can get some outstanding lift in that up part of that wave.
And is that why they normally only reserve it for military and commercial?
Well, because normally you're not going to find a glider up there.
Yeah.
And normally in that area, you need a lot more instrumentation. You need a transponder that's showing everybody on radar where you are. Now, we don't carry enough electricity to be running a transponder. So we're all operating on what they call visual flight rules. So normally we cannot enter Class A airspace, which is above 18,000, without special clearance. Okay, there's 3,000 feet. He's clear down to the left. We're clear up to the right. Go ahead and pull that yellow knob there. You'll hear a little pop.
Okay.
Go ahead. Okay.
How was he ready for that? How did he know?
Because he knew, because we told him we were going to 3,000 feet.
So he was ready for it?
Yes, he expected that.
That was pretty fast.
Oh yeah. Okay, so off our right wingtip there, there's a little town of Rover, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And there's our airfield down there, a nice bright hangar. And there's Ron.
Hey, is that another airfield right there? It's directly to our right?
That's exactly right. That is T-Top Airport. That's a private field. There's a farmer that owns that airport. He flies in and out of there. And we're right over top of T-Top.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
So can you go from like town to town?
Oh yeah. People fly gliders in bunches.
Departing runway 20, close traffic T-Top.
Okay, so that was traffic right there.
Eagleville traffic, 520 and downwind 32, Eagleville parking.
Okay, that was traffic just taking off from T-Top, as a matter of fact.
Oh, so we're picking up other people's signals?
That's right. So we're on a common frequency. 123.5 is what every pilot in this area is going to be on that frequency, so we can talk to each other and know what each other's doing.
Oh, so are they aware that that there's a glider in the area?
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Because we called our takeoff, so that they heard us call takeoff, and now they just called their takeoff, so we know they're taking off.
That's pretty cool.
So this whole thing is controlled in a power plane. You control it by your throttle setting.
Yeah.
Here we control everything by our attitude. If you look outside, the horizon line is a distance above your instrument panel, like an inch or two, right?
Yeah.
That's controlling our airspeed. That's why we're gliding at this speed. Now, if I increase that distance like this, the next thing that will happen is our airspeed's going to increase.
But our altitude will
and our altitude will start dropping too, right? Now, if I cut that distance down like this, bring it below the instrument panel, obviously our airspeed decreases. So that's how we control our airspeed, is by that outside picture.
Isn't stalling a bit of a
It's not really a problem, and we can even show you that here. So I'm gonna do a little turn. I'm gonna do a clearing turn to the right, make sure there's nobody below us, which I know that's true.
Although there is that. Yeah.
And I'm going to turn to the left. You have traffic at too low. And so we're clear below. So what would happen in a pattern is your minimum speed in the pattern is 55 knots. But suppose you're going brain dead and you're not watching your airspeed and you're getting slow. Now watch our airspeed. Now we're getting down to 40, straight and level. Our stall speed's about 32. 34, you can...
T-Top traffic system 460 on long downwind for runway 02.
Feel that?
Yeah, I can feel it.
So we are stalled right now. Very gentle. To recover from that, we just push nose down.
And build up speed.
And we're flying again. That's right, exactly. So it's very gentle, but there's no way we should be that slow in a pattern, right? That's why we fly 55 minimum in a pattern, so that we are well above our stall speed. Now the turns, we want to turn to the left. I clear left. I go left rudder, left aileron. When I get the right amount of bank angle, say 30 degrees here, I actually use opposite aileron to hold it, because if I keep aileron in, that turn will just keep wrapping up, okay? But I always use rudder during the turn. And what I like to tell people is the great thing about gliding is you can hear how fast you're going, you can see how high you are. The only thing you really need is that little piece of yarn out there. Because that little piece of yarn tells us that the air is flowing straight over the aircraft. And that's a good thing. If the yarn is off to the side like this,
that's not...
You push on the opposite rudder pedal and that straightens it up. Okay, you want to try flying some of this?
Sure. I've got one question for you though.
Sure.
The pedals, what are they for again?
Okay, so watch this now. They're controlling my rudder, and so when I turn left here, I'm pushing on the left rudder pedal. And that's keeping my yaw string coming nice straight back at me. If If I didn't use the rudder, I'd be doing this. I'd be slipping through the turn. See how my yaw string is off to the side?
Yes.
So I push on the opposite way of that yaw string and keep it centered. I'm also looking outside to where the horizon line is because I'm not accelerating in this turn. I'm keeping that horizon line at a constant distance above the instrument panel. So that controls my speed.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah,
okay,
it does.
traffic 2 o'clock low coming into T-top. He's on short final. Okay, I'm going to level you out here. Okay, you got the aircraft. You say, I got the aircraft?
I got the aircraft.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and just experiment with our speed here a little bit. Let's move our speed up to about 55 knots by pushing the nose over just a little bit. But watch your airspeed indicator. So what happens outside is going to happen long before what happens on that gauge, okay?
Yep.
So set that picture. Go ahead and push it down a little bit more. Okay, feel a little bit of a stall there?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and push it up to about 55 knots. Keep pushing down, halfway between the 50 and the 60 there. Keep pushing a little bit more. There you go. 55. So you see how you control the airspeed. It's all done with that outside picture.
Yep.
Okay, now if we wanted to turn to the left, let's go ahead and clear left. We're clear. Let's go stick left. A little bit of rudder left. Now keep your nose down a little bit more. Don't want to get too slow. Now we're in a nice coordinated left turn. Maybe a little bit too much rudder. Because you see your yaw string out there?
Yes.
Let's try that again. Let's go with 90 degrees to the left. We're
Okay,
clear
I'm
left.
gonna pick up a little bit more
Sure.
speed.
That's good. There you go. Now, aileron left, rudder left. Good. Now lead the rollout. Not bad at all. Okay, now keep an eye on that yaw string, so push the opposite way that the string is going. There you go. And see how that straightens it right back up?
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and get our speed up to about 50 knots again. Good, now let's try that same thing. Let's try a 180 to the right.
Okay.
Make sure we're clear right, we are. Okay, a little rudder right, a little aileron. About 30 degrees bank, that's good. Now watch your nose, bring your nose down a little bit more. There you go. Keep turning. Okay, lead the roll out. Good. Okay, I got the aircraft for a second.
Okay. You're
Okay,
right.
so have you flown light planes before?
No, not really.
Okay, so I don't want to make you airsick or anything, but
No, I don't get airsick.
okay,
I'm good.
Well, we can do a little bit of negative G's here, even though we're not full on acro.
Yep.
We'll get a little airspeed up here.
Clear off, heading on 135.
Oh yeah. How many G's are we pulling?
Here's some negative G's.
Negative.
We got about 2 G's here. Do a fighter pilot turn here.
Man, no wonder they have G suits. Even 2 G's is a little bit of.
Entering long left downwind for runway 02.
Well, and believe it or not, a 60-degree bank turn is 2 G's whether you're in an F-16 or a glider.
It's the same.
It's the same. If you're doing a 60-degree bank level turn, you're going to be at 2 G's. And that doesn't matter what you're flying.
Or what speed?
Well, the speed will be different. To fly that level turn in the different airplanes, your speed will be different, but the G's will not.
Hey, 2 or 3 and down is the airport. Yeah.
There's our airport.
And there's the 14.
Yep, there. That's right, exactly. A little more of that. We'll go down, nose down. Pull some G's up.
Yeah.
There's some negative G's here. Woo! A little bit of roller coaster without rails, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's 2 G's.
Oh man. That really like pulls your face.
It does. It does pull your face.
My tongue is heavy. I actually flew a bit in an ultralight, basically a powered paraglider. And the experience was similar, but the G's are not really that existent in
Not the same.
ultralights. Yeah.
Right.
Man, this is so cool. You can just come up and get an aerial view of whatever you want.
Fantastic.
Turning final, runway 02, full stop.
Okay, so we got traffic behind us. We're going to look for him. He's got a left base for 02. Do not see him.
Is that
Tally.
10?
Yep, 10 o'clock. That's right. Okay, so we're at our pattern altitude. We're going to do a little pre-landing check. Our flaps, we don't have them. Our gear's down and welded. Our speed, we're going to fly 55 minimum in this pattern. Our trim is set. We're going to announce our intentions. Eagleville Puckett, glider 121, Foxtrot Lima, turning downwind, runway 32, Eagleville Puckett. Okay, runway's down to our left at 9 o'clock. We're just going under our left wingtip. So we're looking for 500 feet in the middle of when we turn our base leg. Right now we're making sure that base leg is clear, and it is. We're still a little high, so I'm going to pop a little spoilers out here. You can see them out on the wings.
Yep.
So they don't have anything to do with our airspeed, but they do control our sink rate, okay? They're killing lift on that wing. Airspeed's good. Base is clear. We're clearing final. Make sure nobody's coming in on a long final. Final is clear. And we're turning final. Airspeed's good.
Oh man, look at how close we are.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Hey, what happens if you don't make it to a runway in time?
Well, you can land out in the field, and it has happened before. But with the glider, you gotta just keep track of your altitude, keep track of your airspeed, right?
Yep.
Controlling our descent rate with our spoilers. Airspeed's good. Getting ready to flare. Here's our flare. Touchdown. And cheated death again.
That was beautiful.
Did you like that?
Yeah, that was sweet.
Now, normally, like I said, later in the day, there should be some lift here. So you can stay up almost as long as you like. But early in the day like this, there's very little lift.
Because it hasn't got.
It just hasn't started yet. So what we'll see later today, little puppies will start to form. And when those puppies are building, they're actually sucking air up into them. And we would circulate.
Do you ever use birds for references? Or?
Always.
Always.
The birds know where the lift is. And they won't even leave it for you. You come in there with the birds, and the birds will look at you like, what's that big white bird doing in my thermal? But they'll stay. They will not leave it.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Man, I'm glad you do have air conditioning in there. Otherwise, you would be.
Yeah, well, it's just outside air. But here, grab the wingtip. Pull that wingtip down.